Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Saggy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your, because we're in a tween week this week, your key to the week is going to be a random pull. And this week you get... okay, so you get the Tower card. All right, so big realizations, huge changes and potentially ground-shattering moments of clarity. Now, that being said, I just want to say happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. Remember to fill the day of your birthday with a little bit of everything that you want this entire year ahead in it to have for you. With that said, your Tower card as the key to the week, it really is asking you, or not even asking you, it's telling you that this week there is going to be a realization. There is going to be a big understanding or a big moment of clarity. And when it hits, remember with the Tower card, there's no getting around this. You just kind of have to, just accept whatever you're being shown, because very often with the Tower card, what you are shown is the truth of the situation. Even if that truth is ground shattering for you, it really does awaken and enlighten you in some way. And one of the ways that I like to describe this card is, it's like the cracking of an illusion. So like an illusion requires you to believe that it's real in order for it to perpetuate. So when the Tower comes along and cracks that illusion for you, you can't go back to the way that you were or the understanding that you had prior. So for your actions and options this week, you've got the King of Swords. So there is going to be a big moment of clarity and a big realization this week. For a select few of you, this could be a battle or a challenge that comes up on an intellectual sort of scale. Remember with the King of Swords though, this tends to be where you've got the intellect, you've got the power with you, you've got the power of mind, you've got the power of right on your side. You have this with the Tower card though, which tells me whatever realization you have this week, it is going to be one, like once it settles into your mind, there'll be no going back from this, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be anything scary. It could just be, you know what? I've decided I'm going to be a ... right? Whatever that might be, whether it's a new job, whether it's a new faith, whether it's, oh gosh, I can't even think at this moment in time, but it's like whatever it might be, you're kind of saying to yourself, this is the path for me now. Like, so something new is opening up for you for sure. And there's no going back once you get this in your mind. For your communications and conversations, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Money, finances and resources will be on your mind for a select few of you. I kind of feel like if you decide to go after something new when it comes to your career this week, or you start sharing something new, be prepared for it to happen very quickly. Like maybe you say, you know what, I've had enough of just this is an example. I've had enough of this job. I'm going to look for something else. Maybe you start browsing, maybe you put your CV on one of those job sites, and before you know it, like you go on lunch or whatever, you're not paying attention, you get like 15 hits from people that all want to, arrange an interview with you. So there's something really powerful taking place in the workspace here. There's also potentially big conversations around money, finances, potentially as well for a select few of you. This could be a disruption to the finances, or it might also be an opportunity that shows up for you through some of your networks that kind of gets you to say, yes, you know what, I can make use of this. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I'm really sorry to say this and I hope that I'm wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised this week if you find out that they're putting your school fees up in some way, or that there's something new for you to pay for. However, It does also appear that there could potentially be, if you're savvy and you've got, and you are, right? But if you're savvy and you do some reading, you might find out that actually there's more, loans, grants, bursaries, whatever it is that's also available to you. So it's kind of like whatever shows up for you as a challenge, if you're prepared to do the work of digging deeper and, using your noddle a little bit, you could actually gain, a way to head that off at the pass, as they say. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, it might be where, your boss comes to you and says, look, the people that do the job that you're doing are all getting a pay rise. So that could be really nice. For a select few of you, maybe you have a realization about the job that you're in and you decide, I want to start looking elsewhere. Or maybe you march up to your boss's office and say, hey, listen, I want a promotion within the next year. What can we do about it? If you can't offer me that, I'm not interested. I'll start looking elsewhere. This is actually a week where you could bargain really hard, but you're going to be close to the line. All right. So just as long as you know. When it comes to your home, those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, if you work from home, please back up all of your tech this week. If you are looking to start a new branch or a new arm of the business that you already have, this could also be a good week, but it kind of feels like this is almost like one of those hairpin rights. This could be a moment where maybe you realize like, wow, there's this whole untapped niche within my industry, but I've got to get on this quick. All right. So it's like whatever it is that shows up, it could potentially be very lucrative, but you are going to have to move quite fast on it, which, I don't know how possible that is for you. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this could be where you're dealing with some kind of legal paperwork, some kind of legal matter to do with the home. And maybe potentially this comes kind of out of the blue or out of nowhere. For your love and relations, you've got the Six of Swords. For a select few of you, you may have to travel for family very quickly. This might come up very suddenly. It may happen, in a way that you're not expecting, especially if you're having to go back to your parents' house, and your parents' house is where you, that's one way that you could look at it. Now, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, you could be turning a corner here. If you've had challenges or issues with a partner or a relationship, this could actually be a very good week, because whatever you are realizing on that personal level, it makes things better within your partnership. The Six of Swords is a great card for, it's like getting to the other side of a challenge or an issue. You've got this underneath the King of Swords. If you have any, potentially legal stuff going on, this might be a time to review with your partner. For those of you that are single and looking, it will be either on your travels, maybe online, but it's very likely to be that the person that you're meeting is in some kind of official capacity. So I almost get this sense that you're like, maybe you're meeting something like, let's say you do need to interact with lawyers or, legal professionals or hospitals or, anything of that kind of bigger sort of nature. Let's say, because the King of Swords is somebody that's skilled, somebody that's either usually very good at what they do, very intelligent, they've reached their peak, like they're already titled, all of that stuff. And it's like through maybe interacting with somebody like that, maybe you meet someone, or maybe it's the person themselves. But it won't be sort of in your known environment, let's say. For your money and materials, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. So your money is good. The home is good. Especially, look at that. You've got the Ace and the 10, right? I advise playing the lottery this week. You'll be watching this the day of the Sag new moon. And I already told, for those of you that are in the Mindset Magic group, I told you to milk this one because it was the nicest one that we'd had in a long time. So really, really like that. But when it comes to your money and your finances, something that's set into motion this week, potentially in a way that you're really not expecting, that you hadn't expected to be a part of or to even entertain, it kind of gets started now, right? You're just kind of like, okay, head spinning, not sure what's going on here, but the results of it, they'll come over time. It won't just show up here. It will come over time, and there might be a cash boost this week here as well. But it's a good shout. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I like this for feeling really strong. With that Tower card, you might be a bit sort of, more energy than your body can handle. So something to be mindful of. And then when it comes to your home and environment, this is a great card for home and environment. But it does look like there's a shift or a change that's happening on the home front that you're really not expecting. So, all bets are off when the Tower card shows up. You just kind of have to be along for the ride, all right? With that said, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful one. Let me know how it goes. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.